Hey everyone, don't use your air miles card until after watching this video, because right now they're pulling a major scam. They scammed me out of $170 worth of cash miles. I had 1,713 air miles and it was all fine. I used my card 3 times last year at Metro, and I go to Metro because they're open a lot later. They're open till midnight as opposed to Food Basics, which is open till 9 p.m. So I do that even though it costs a little bit more. But anyways, what happened is they had an offer at Metro where if you spend $20, you get an additional 50 air miles. So I said, okay, I'll go to Metro, buy something at Metro again. And the receipt said I only got 4 air miles. And it didn't say anything about the 50 air miles, but that's fine. So I log into my account to check what's going on, because maybe it's on my account. And then I notice my 1,713 air miles are gone, and it says it's expired. Like, what the hell? It says expired January 30th. So I try to contact customer service, and it's like you phone them up, they put you on hold for 35 minutes, and then they hang up. You get to speak to no one. I tried the online service, like the online chat. So first 4 times, you wait like 20 minutes, then some kind of operator comes on, like I had someone named Lori, she came on, and then it timed out. It says disconnected. So they didn't even talk to me. Finally, 5th time, I spoke to some lady named Jessica, and she told me that it happened because I had an inactive account for 2 years, and that's why it's expired. Now, Air Miles had a lawsuit back in 2017 where they're not allowed to expire air miles. So now they're running this new scam where they just say your account is inactive and then they expire your miles. My account isn't inactive. I've been using it last year. And I haven't used it this year till yesterday, which is in May. So they expired it the end of January. So I'm sure this scam has happened to a lot of people, probably thousands of people. So I think everybody should be aware of this scam, and you should be checking your accounts and make sure they don't clean out all your air miles, because I lost 1,713 air miles. And the reason I didn't cash them is because there were no good gift cards. Like, I don't use H&M. Like, I was waiting for a better sponsor, and that's when I was going to cash out those air miles. So instead of reaching that point where I would be able to cash out those air miles, they just took my air miles. It is such a scam. These guys are not going to get away with it though. So I had asked that Jessica to give me a supervisor, and she gave me a website to some like collections claim department, and they don't even have like a chat version or a voice version. You have to send them an email or a fax. And they had another one which was the Office of the President. So I left a voicemail for him. So we'll see how that turns out. But I think they're pulling these scams still. And you know what? You should fight it to the end, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm getting my air miles back, or I'm going to go to that company, that law firm that did that lawsuit, and I'm going to go to them, and we're going to have to do something about this, because air miles is such a scam. And next time you use air miles, be aware of this scam. You should probably just cash out your air mile collector card and don't use it anymore, because they are the biggest scammers. How can you do that? Oh, your air miles are expired, and they try to find a loophole saying your account was inactive. Well, there's something very wrong about that, because their system's malfunctioning if they're telling me that my account's been inactive for 2 years. It has not been inactive. I used it 3 times last year, so it should be fully active. So this is something you should know. You should tell other people about it, and if it's happened to you, you should do something about it as well. Contact that law firm that settled that class action lawsuit in 2017 about the expired air miles in Canada, and hopefully there's enough people there and they'll do that lawsuit all over again. So I'll show you some screenshots just so you know what's going on. Look at this. January 30, 2023. Retired. 1,716 cash miles. And I made a purchase on March 24th for 4 miles. So my total miles collected, 4. Miles used, 1,716. That's 1,716 cash miles. That's $170. And they expired it after 2 years. Can you believe this? Okay, the reason I held on to these cash miles is because I was looking for a better gift card to show up under their plan. Like the kind of gift cards they have, I don't want to order. So that's why I was saving up my cash miles. Now, when I try to contact them, I was put on hold for 35 minutes and then they hang up. When I do the chat mode, it just connects and then it disconnects. It says, "Hi, I'm Lori," or somebody else, and then, "Sorry, I can't help you," and it disconnects. So there's no way for you to even contact them about it. Like in the chat mode, I did write why I was calling, and that's probably why she didn't want to talk to me. Hey everyone, so that lady got back to me from the office of the president the following day, and I described her the situation. I gave her my account number, and she told me, yeah, that's our policy. If you have an inactive account with Air Miles for 2 years, all your Air Miles expire, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So I told her, look, I used my Air Miles card 3 times last year at Metro, spent over $20, your system malfunctioned, you guys got to give me the 1,713 Air Miles back. She said, that's not our policy, but after a long discussion, she finally said, look, I can give you up to 1,000 complimentary miles, and I'll give you 1,000 complimentary miles just to keep you as a customer. And then she discussed the Air Mile program to me with some of the other promotions. So yeah, 1,000 Air Miles is not the 1,713, so I'm out $70 worth of Air Miles, but something's better than nothing. So I said, okay. Like, I was civil through this whole thing. I wasn't yelling at her or swearing at her or anything. I was polite. And I tried to get more Air Miles. Like when she said I can give you up to 1,000, I said, well, can you give me a little bit more, like 1,200? She said, no, that's our policy. Like, I have no ability to give you more than 1,000 complimentary miles. So it is what it is. And I guess I'll have to research this more, but I don't think there's much I can do at this point, because when I looked online, I found out that Air Miles went bankrupt March 10th, 2023. They filed for bankruptcy protection. So technically, I can't legally get my Air Miles back anyways. They can just go, if I went to small claims court, they can just say, look, we filed for bankruptcy, you're screwed. So at least I got 1,000 Air Miles back. But I'm still kind of pissed over it because, you know, I'm still out 713 Air Miles. But yeah, this is a lesson for you guys. If you got Air Miles, don't save them. Just spend them. Once you reach 100 Air Miles, spend it. Buy the gift certificate for 95 Air Miles at Starbucks or Shell or wherever, and just spend it. Do not accumulate these miles, because you'll find out at some point they're just going to scam you out of them. So that's still a scam. Even though I got some Air Miles back, that's still a scam, losing my $70 worth of Air Miles. But what can you do? And researching it online, I don't know what other options are. If they filed for bankruptcy, then yeah, not much you can do, and I guess this is the best they can offer. So if you ever get Air Miles, spend them right away. do not accumulate air miles because you are going to get screwed. Even though BMO has it, they're not going to refund all your air miles, and they're still running the same scam because there was a lawsuit back in 2017 where they were not allowed to expire air miles after a certain point in time. And there's also legislation in Canada that says if you have gift certificates, those gift certificate funds cannot expire ever. So isn't air miles kind of like a gift certificate where the gift certificate cannot expire? I wonder if there's an avenue to go there if I talk to like a member of parliament or the Ministry of Consumer Affairs or something, but I'm guessing, yeah, I'm never getting those $70 worth of air miles back. So you know my plight. If you got air miles, from now on, check your account regularly and spend your air miles once it reaches 100 air miles. Do not accumulate your air miles because you will get screwed.